You're stranded out on an island in the middle of nowhere. You're only allowed to bring 5 things. You can't bring a boat or a teleportation device. What do you bring? Welcome to Nerd Talk by Jesse Thompson. This is a very commonly asked question by many people, and when you're asked, you normally say a boat. Well, remember, that's against the rules in this demonstration. So, what would you bring? This question was brought up in my history class as a bell ringer type thing, where it's written on the board and you're supposed to answer it in your notebook. Well, a lot of my classmates had very good answers, but mine was a little different. This is what I call Jesse's Island idea. Let's go over this again. You're stranded on an island, and you're only allowed to bring 5 things. It could be living or non-living. This is what I decided to bring. Say this dot right here. This is me, or you. You're allowed to bring 5 things, or people, or anything. Say I brought 5 people. And they were each allowed to bring their own 5 things. Each person gets their own set of 5 things. So, say they did. What happens next? Person brings 4 things and 1 person. Say Sam here brought 4 things and 1 person. That other person's allowed to bring 4 more things and 1 person, and so on, so forth. Starts what I call the engineering branch. These are our builders of the boat which we're going to be sailing out from. Remember, this is allowed in the rules because there's nothing against building the boat, you just can't bring one. This should be your setup so far. This next branch starts with your other friend. We'll call him James. This will become the food branch, which involves bakers and cooks. Like the other branches, it'll continue to make more people joining so that more food can be made. Your setup should look like this so far. For the third branch, the resource branch. This will include gatherers, hunters, and other resource collectors to supply everything with the resources they need. Other branches, it'll also flow and add 1 person each time it adds 4 items. We'll call this one the first guy Jack, because we haven't named him yet. The branch provides materials for the engineers, and for hunters, they provide food for the cooks, and things for building, and everything like that. It works out. Your chart should now look like this. Now for the 4th branch, the housing branch. This includes builders and designers that build housing for every other branch, which 1 builds up work efficiency, and 2, the chance of survival. Your chart should now look like this. Now, finally, for the last branch, the 5th branch, this is the extras branch. This includes workers that will take jobs in any field of work in case it's needed. This could really help in, like, the engineers branch in case they need extra hands building. Or if the resource branch needs more gatherers, or the food branch needs more cooks, so on and so forth. This is what the final chart looks like now. You have now created the perfect colony, and essentially become king and its basis for survival. There are some problems with this. For starters, the boat would need to be gigantic for all the people in every branch to fit on it to leave. The second reason is, at this point, you've essentially created a country and now are king, so there's really no reason to leave. Number 3, after a while the population would increase to such a substantial amount that there would be too many people and society would slowly collapse. The 4th and final reason is the fact that this idea was created by a 13-year-old. I'm not as smart as I make myself seem, and this obviously would never happen. It's not realistic at all. This isn't meant to be taken seriously, it's just an idea that I had because of a bell ringer in my school. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a thumbs up, because that puts a smile on my face, and more videos for you. So, again, thank you all for watching. Goodbye. Number 3, after a while, the population would increase to such a I love my job. The 4th and final reason was not written in the script that I created for myself. This was created by a 13-year-old. I'm not as smart as I make myself seem. See?